Let's go have a look at Azorean pineapples now. And I didn't look at the price. And I think it was about €10, this Azorean pineapple. But to be fair, it was golden and it was delicious. And if you go to the Portugalia marketplace, which sends stuff all over the world, it will cost you €22.70 plus postage, I suspect, as well, for one of these. And it's got the official label on it, which I've kept from mine, which in my mind's nose, I'm still smelling the really heady aroma of the Azorean pineapple. You can just really smell the sweetness. But €22 from Portugalia. If you really want one of those, or you want to send one to somebody, that would be quite a good way, wouldn't it? It's a modern love letter. If you ask them to pack it upside down and somebody opens that, they may get a sense of your intention. So the Azorean pineapple, then, thanks to Sola Branco. Is this something to do with you, Pete? This is the Sola Branco website and their page, the Azorean pineapple, grown in greenhouses on the island of San Miguel. This type of pineapple is unique to the island of San Miguel, but in fact originated in Central and South America. It was introduced to the island as an ornament plant by Portuguese navigators in the 18th century. Isn't that amazing? So it became a bonus that you could eat the blooming thing, and delicious it was too. As the citrus trade with the UK declined in the 1860s, what happened there then? Maybe scurvy disappeared, and so the citrus trade slowed up a bit in the UK. The pineapples became a replacement crop that could be traded, highly prized in Victorian England. You must come over and try one of these amazing pineapples that I've got from my Portuguese port dealer, where such plants could not be grown. Sales expanded throughout Europe, enjoyed by the royal courts as a culinary highlight. In 1864, the first industrial-scale greenhouse was built to facilitate this trade. Humans are amazing, aren't they? Due to the climate in the Azores, the greenhouses were built to create the year-round humidity that's needed for the fruit. During the golden age of exports, there were over 3,000 greenhouses producing 2,000 tons of pineapples. These plants are fascinating and unique to the Azores. Cultivation can take up to 3 years, and that's why I think there's such a premium on them. And they are much sweeter in taste. My mouth is watering thinking about it, with less acidity than their counterparts around the world. A number of greenhouses and plantations can still be found on the island of San Miguel, mostly on the sunnier south side of the island. Pineapple plants in NASA-backed tests have been shown to reduce snoring. What? So I didn't know NASA did research into snoring. Maybe it's to stop the astronauts keeping each other awake at night. So if you've got a snoring problem, among many other urban myths about pineapples, if you know, you know, shown to reduce snoring due to the particulates that they take in at night. Really? And also smoke. This is what Philomena was saying when we talked about them last week. Smoke is used in the growing process of the pineapples, discovered by accident in the early 20th century when a heating pipe broke. This is a fantastic happy accident. When a heating pipe broke underneath one of the greenhouses, releasing smoke. The farmer thought the crop was ruined and was happily surprised weeks later when the pineapples appeared at the same time. This is beneficial to the farmers as it means a crop can be bought or sold and bought at the same time in enough numbers to be able to make a small profit. So I thought Philomena was talking about smoked pineapple as a kind of treat. But no, smoke is used to make them flower all at the or to fruit at the same time. So there you go. Thanks to Sola Branco. Best place to purchase the fruits when you're in the Azores is at the farmers market at Santana on a Thursday morning. Guests of the estate at Sola Branco can join Ali and Una for a complimentary tour if you book at solabranco.com. If you wish to look around a pineapple farm as part of a private tour, speak to us on the estate or email us, and we'll happily send you further details. So all about the pineapples there in the Azores. Absolutely juicy and delicious there. And also, when we're talking about pineapples, it's quite important, is it not, to learn how to cut them properly. Now, Antonio, you had a tip for us with the pineapple. Here's a pineapple tip. When buying one, pull one of the top leaves. If it comes off easily, it's good to eat. If not, it's still green. Excellent advice there. So let's have a look then as well at how to cut one of these. And we're going to a nice young lady who runs, what's she called? The Mediterranean Chef. Let me bring it onto the screen for you. You might be a visitor to this site already. How to cut a pineapple. The Mediterranean Dish. I was going to say she calls herself. I don't think she calls herself that, although dishy she is. There she is. That's Susie, the internet's #1 website for modern Mediterranean recipes and lifestyle. I'm Susie, a cookbook author and a creator. So born in the Mediterranean cosmopolitan city of Port Said, Egypt. So there you go. Learn how to cut a pineapple the easy way. I'll walk you through how to cut a pineapple in this step-by-step guide, including this challenges my idea of cutting a pineapple, I have to say. I watched my mother cut pineapples, and I think that's what I've been copying all this time. This lady does it slightly differently. I like to rub a bit of salt on, and I do like to get rid of the little spikes inside the pineapple, which are not very nice to chew on, are they? They can sort of stick in your tongue. I don't think this lady bothers so much about those. Anyway, here she is with her guide to cutting a pineapple, and I'm drooling already. You see those little spikes there? You don't want those, do you? And there's a way of cutting or scoring the outside of the pineapple to get rid of those, which is what I learned from my mother. But this is a shoot. That technique is a shoot here. And she talks about how she goes in and she has to pay $8 for a pineapple. So how to cut it step by step, then trim the pineapple, use a sharp knife to slice off the top and bottom of the pineapple. And as usual with these things, wherever you look, everyone's giving you a different way of doing it. Some people are suggesting you slice vertically, not horizontally, to make it juicier. I think there's probably some truth in that. But if you slice it in this way, as you can see on the picture on the screen, and then take out the core, because you could probably do something. You might be able to cook with that to give a bit of juiciness, maybe to a pork dish, a pork loin with some of those pineapple cores, maybe to give a little bit of sweetness and juiciness, which is a Mediterranean touch to a lombo de porco. So to take out the spine there, and you'll end up with quarters like this, with a four-sided shape, a strange, like an eccentric shape there. Slice each quarter down the middle then after that, and then cut crosswise to make small pieces, again, leaving the skin intact. And this is a great way to cut a mango, of course. My oldest, has been cutting mangoes in this way. Don't take the skin off first. Leave the skin on and use it as a way of kind of filleting the pineapple. So ultimately, you are cutting against the skin and lifting the little chunks, the steak, the pineapple steak, off the skin there. And how to tell if it's ripe. I think that's going back to Antonio's advice there. It'll be golden, not green if it's ripe. It typically has a golden or yellowish brown skin. Green is a red flag that it was picked too early and may not ripen, of course. Smells good. Smell the bottom end of the fruit. If it smells sweet, it's tropical, just like people. That's a green light. If it smells sour or has no smell at all, again, like people, keep searching. Ripe pineapples will let you squeeze them a bit without totally giving in. Again, like people, they won't have any soft or mushy spots, unlike people, which means it's overripe. Too stiff, and it's probably underripe. The leaves are green and firm. That's another sign. If the leaves are wilted, dry, or easily pulled out, it's probably past its prime. Okay, so I think there's a sweet spot of pulling the leaf to know that your pineapple is ready there. So be careful when you are manhandling pineapples in the supermarket. It can send out awkward signals to the shoppers around you.